Alright, so here we are with another video. And this one is named Tamara Is Terrible. So let's go ahead and see why she's so terrible. Let's go ahead and get a watchy watch going. Let's go.
I grew up in Ballarat, which is a country town in Victoria. I decided to move to Queensland 5 years ago, completely on my own, not knowing anyone. The first year or so was really hard. It was really lonely, and there were so many times I was going to go home, but I didn't give up. And now I'm an operations manager in a real estate IT company. I am very career driven. I love my job. I love being the boss. It's just naturally me. Okay, that would be great. Thank you. If you could do that as soon as possible. I've been with this company for 4 years. The amount of staff that we've hired has tripled. The amount of real estate agents that we have has doubled. In my career, I'm achieving goals, but my relationships are failures.
Oh, well, that's a given, yeah.
When it comes to
that right there, that's a given because she's 29. Like I said with Onyx, that's the dilemma of being woman, man. Yeah, I'm sure her relationships. I'm sure they're if most women in her position, if they'd be honest with you, it sucks for them because the dilemma of being woman is she's always going to want better than what she had before, right? That's going to make her genuinely excited and make her genuinely at least content with it. Like, she's always going to want better than what she had before, or better than what she had before, or better than what she is on whatever she's looking for in life. So if I had to guess, I haven't watched this video. I say this all the time. I haven't watched this video before I start. I go into every video cold. At this point, I could pretty much tell that she's looking for a guy who's financially and all that shit like bigger and better than her. But the sad reality, like with Onyx, the sad reality is that look, by the time a man is doing half of what she's doing, he can by the time a man is doing literally half of what she's doing with half the money and half the resources all the way around, he could just go out and get a better woman than her. So she's gonna find herself a lot more in like this, complaining about men aren't good enough. Soon as she finds one man, well, it's known that the man has all these other women, and she'll never be able to settle down, and she's gonna end up like this for the rest of her life. And that's just, I only watched 1 minute into it, and I can pretty much tell generally where it's going to end up. She might fuck around and say fucking get with some dude less than her, but, she's not going to be happy. Let's keep it going.
to myself and the people that I date, for some reason, I just am not a good judge of character. I definitely envy people in good, healthy relationships because I honestly don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in a healthy relationship.
No.
I don't give all of myself to people when I first meet them. It's just a way that I've protected myself, I think.
Hoping the experiment will be an improvement on her past dating experiences.
I am not interested in guys who just slide on into my DMs. This is one of the most recent. I like that Bruno Mars song that goes like, I think I want Tamara you, meaning to marry you, but he's trying to be funny, and it's really not funny. Who does that work on? I don't know, but obviously someone if he's going around doing that. Hi! Hello! Oh, you look gorgeous! I've got Kelly coming to my wedding today. She's one of my really good friends. Colour looks so good on you. Thank you. She grounds me a lot. She's much more calmer than I am, much more of a gentle soul. I can't believe today's the day. I know. Like, hurry up. Like, yeah, just get it over and done with. Yeah. Excited? I am. Tamara doesn't really wear her feelings on her face. She's just so well controlled. I just want to hurry up and meet him so that I can be like, oh, that's what you look like. That's how you are. Because in my mind, I have no idea. I don't know, like some pushover guy that has like no personality. That would be not what I'm after. I hope he's got a fresh haircut. I hope he doesn't have dirty fingernails. I hope his suit's nicely ironed. He's good looking, muscly. Some career goals, some passions of his own. Someone who can stand on their own 2 feet. I want a lot of things. Yeah. I'm very fussy. Yeah. I wish I could make my own husband. Build a husband. Tamara, if she doesn't like his looks or his career, I think it might be hard for her to look past that.
That's what I said. Yeah, she's going to want a guy who's always
I doubt he would be disappointed in the way that I look. Oh, I'm putting a lot of effort into what I'm wearing. You look stunning. You look like a classic movie star. Oh my god. So do hope that he's taking the time and spending some money to look really good, because I'm going to be seen next to him and I want him to look really good next to me. Okay, let's go get you married. I know that I have asked the experts for a lot, but I am used to getting what I want, and yeah, it will be a little bit challenging if I don't.
With Tamara's expectations sky high, husband-to-be Brent is weighing up the enormity of this life-changing day.
See, I'm not even nervous. Like, my hands aren't even sweaty or anything. It's so weird. I should be nervous. I'm quite confident in the decisions that I make in everyday life, except for when it comes to relationships. I'm sick of dating immature little boys and I become their mother. That's the kind of unhealthy relationship that I fall into.
Okay, let's be clear. She's sick of dating immature little boys, and she ends up being their mother. Translation: she's tired of dating anybody who she thinks is lesser than her or equal to her in life. That's now. Don't get me wrong. She probably did date some legit childish and mature dudes, but that is the real that's the total woman translation of that. Don't. I said, well, yeah, it fits in the dumb bitch needs. The total dumb bitch needs translation is, I'm tired of dating anybody who I think is lower, who's beneath me or equal to me in life. Because all those men will end up being my child because they're not just better than me. And like I said, when I started this video, it's the same situation with Onyx from my live stream. You know, all the men who's going to be better than her are going to have options better than her. So it's like, it's never going to work.
I actually feel excited about marrying a stranger. I just hope he's going to be good enough. Try your best.
Well, she's marrying a stranger.
The first moment that you see him.
She's that
It's hard
pathetic.
for me to not be judgy, but I'll try. I think my groom will like what he sees, but my biggest fear is that I won't like him and that we won't get along. I was very honest with the experts about what I wanted, and it would be disappointing if it was anything less than what I've asked for. I can't believe she's actually doing this. I hope at the end of the aisle I see someone handsome, career-driven, someone who has goals, past dating immature boys.
Now, okay, again, look at this woman, right? Some guys will go ahead and call her beautiful. Some guys or maybe call her, say she looks like a horse a little bit, whatever the fuck. But we can all agree, just by sitting there looking at her just in a pose right there, she's a good looking girl. And like I say all the time, dude, like I say all the time, the easiest thing on earth to sell is being a woman. Because all you gotta do is just exist. I say it's a tie between being a woman and food to hungry motherfuckers, right? All food has to do is after it's prepared, it just sits there. And motherfuckers gonna want to come up and, eat some of the food when they get hungry. You ain't gotta walk around town showing everybody the food. Just sit the food, put a picture of food on a billboard, and motherfuckers like, maybe give me some of that. It's the same thing with bitches. All they gotta do is just take a fucking shower and it just exists. It's the easiest thing to sell. So she's made it to 29 years of age. She's so successful. She's so great. She's so beautiful. She's so immaculate. Why is she so? Why would she be in this position to have to marry a total stranger? Is she that? Imagine how far gone mentally somebody would have to be to take this serious. To do this, to seriously walk up in there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go up in there and marry a motherfucker I've never seen before, her before, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna trust y'all with that. For like, think how far gone a woman must have to be, especially a woman. Because guys, we don't care. Men just essentially just want woman in our life, and that's it. Whereas women have a lot more requirements and standards and all this shit. So by the time a woman is so broken down to where she has to now rely on a television show to get her to trap some other man to be forced to marry her on television. Think about how fucked up that is. The whole fucking picture of that. You see, think about how fucked up that is. This is pathetic. This is totally and okay, look, listen. This is totally pathetic, right? Because Because her whole life she was able to hide behind the fact that, oh, I'm just a woman, and if you want to fuck me, well, you just tell me whatever I want to hear to, to get by in life. And women, they get used to living off that, but they never build any true character. Bitch, men don't care about your job. All right, men don't care about any of that. The whole reason she did that is because she thought that by her taking that job, she would appeal to a man who, like, her boss or somebody better than her to come down and fuck her. Because she don't care about that job for real. You see, the hardest thing for women to do is to sit down seriously, the most difficult thing for women to do is to sit down and come and have to create genuine character as a decent human and spouse in the world. That is the most difficult thing, because they would rather just hide behind looking beautiful, trying to sound as intelligent as she can and try to find somebody. Anything she could do that will steer you off the course that this bitch is really horrible to be around. Anything to steer you off that path, right? Because again, if she's such a great catch, if this woman is such a great catch, she's so perfect, sweet, kind, loving, and all this shit. If this woman is such an amazing woman and she's such a great catch, then why does she have to rely on a TV show to trap a man and to trick a man into marrying her?
I need a real man.
I first want to say thank you for taking this huge risk and walking down the aisle to marry a total stranger.
That's gross.
Believe me when I tell you.
Dude, first off, look, that I would find that offensive. As a man, I'd find that offensive. Because she's clearly after her own mental image at this point. She's clearly she's trying to catch up to her friends who all got married and ran off and started their own lives. She's trying to catch up to her own self-worth and trying to get validation from being married to a man. By the time she's doing this, she is not marrying him because she likes him. All right. She's marrying him to try to hurry up and fit this Hallmark movie bullshit she has pumping in her head. This one, I'm saying, look, this is a woman you run away. Well, every man in her past already did. This is a woman you run away from, like, as fast as you can. Just like all the other countless men did before. She had to contact Lifetime to trap a man and trick and pay a man to marry her. That's essentially what happened. They had to pay him to go on the show to marry her. And he like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else to do. and went on and did it.
I know the courage it takes to do this because I'm struggling to stay upright on my feet. I'm definitely not perfect, but I was raised right. And being raised right means I'm a man of integrity, honesty, and respect. So I'd like to make you some promises. I promise to treat you with respect, be there for you in hard times.
Oh, all men
help you
already
face your
offer
fears,
that.
and be completely open about my life, my struggles, and my feelings.
Okay, look, all the men before already offered her all this shit. You ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing new that the other 40 chumps on Tinder already tried to tell her. She already heard all this before. All right? Sure.
Some other crucial things I should promise you. We will be laughing a lot. I will annoy you at some point, but it's only so we can spend as much time as possible having fun and bringing happiness into this journey. My only hope is that when I try to stir you, you dish it right back at to me. Which I have a feeling you will. In return, all I ask is that we have each other's backs, make the most out of this crazy opportunity, and always respect each other's feelings, and enjoy every moment together.
Thank you, that was really good.
This is gross.
Maybe you've met your match.
Game on. Oh, my wife's got spice, and I like it. It's good. Where are you from?
Queensland, what about you?
Sydney.
Where are you from here?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Did you use a bar, restaurant, and club? It's in Sydney.
And now he's her child. He said, I work at a bar, restaurant in Sydney. I say in Australia. Yeah, he work in a bar. He went from potential to her child. Just in a...
Okay.
Yeah, do a few things for them.
Well, okay, what man doing something? Okay, and I'm not trying to diss, motherfuckers working in bars and shit like that, but okay, think about the reality. What, like with Onyx, what man who's doing something with his life, like in that realm of where she's at, is going to want to put, what man in their right mind would even do something like this from the start? You see what I'm saying? Like, you get ready and marry a bitch you don't even know. Okay, seriously, think about this shit. What man in their mental right mind would have even done some shit like this, right? What man who would have even done this? Woman is so far gone. This woman is so far gone. She truly believes that Lifetime went out and got fucking the CEO of fucking Armani to come in there and marry this bitch that who can, because she can't find no man in real, and they had to pay the CEO of Armani. Like, think about the steps this shit took, man. You think Lifetime is getting ready to go out and find the head of the CEO of fucking Hertz Rental Car or whatever the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Somebody up in there, and Lifetime got enough money to pay them and talk them into going on TV to marry some random hoe who couldn't find a man her whole life. And you know what I'm saying? And they don't even know each other. Like, who in their right mind would do something like that? But she's so far gone, she think, oh yeah, this might be a good idea. yo, for real.
For the company.
Done.
Yeah, I've got a lot to catch up on, so I'm sure we'll
she's done. That's it. It's over.
Get to the details.
He's her child now. Yeah, it's over. Done. Next.
Cool. Tomorrow?
Done. Nope, it's over. You can't even read that shit now.
Why does he work in a nightclub? I stand here before you today thinking, how did I get myself into this situation? That does kind of worry me a little bit because I don't want to date another party boy. That's not appealing. I want an honest marriage, a forgiving marriage, and a fun marriage. I work for a big corporate company, like I'm busy every day, Monday to Friday, and I want someone who has achieved something in life. That's what I've done. I will always be honest and give my advice, even when it's not wanted. I'm just concerned that he's not like a forever kind of guy, not marriage material. I'm hyperactive, I'm over-opinionated, bossy with a touch of OCD. I am, like most things, difficult, worth it in the end. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I now declare Tamara and Brent as husband and wife. Ooh. Brent, you may kiss the bride.
Wifey, am I now to kiss the bride?
Can have a little kiss. He doesn't appear to be what I've hoped for. Maybe he's not as much of a man as what I did ask for. So he does seem like your average kind of guy. And average just isn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not average, I don't do average. Yeah, I'm judging his career because I judge everyone. Unintentionally, but like it's just a natural thing. Like
you see how far she's gone? She's still too good for him, and she judges everybody. Meanwhile, this bitch can't keep a man. She couldn't keep a man for the last 10 years of her adult life. And it got her dating life has gotten so bad, so she had to go on TV. She had to go on TV. She had to go contact. She took it upon herself to contact Lifetime to say, hey, can y'all find me a man? Because I can't find one. I can't keep one. And they went out and found a man to go pay to pretend like he's interested in her. But she has to find something she could tolerate. You see? It's enough to make it go crazy. When you break down the sheer logic of it, it's absolutely disgusting and pathetic. But it's got on 15 pounds of makeup and not fat, so hey, somebody will listen to it, you know. But this is fucking gross, disgusting, and pathetic. All in one.
Just meet people and I form an opinion.
Oof, and they take it with me.
Tell me.
This is seriously, go show like break down the complete logic. This bitch is even taking wedding pictures with it. How mentally fucked up is this bitch to seriously go through to? This woman is so undesirable. This woman is seriously so undesirable that she has to do all the mental gymnastics into getting her first wedding off the ground to take pictures. This bitch is taking pictures with this.
Like it's just a natural thing. Like just meet people and I form an opinion. When you tell me that you work in a nightclub, what do you do?
I don't work in a nightclub. I work in hospitality. I'm a hospitality specialist.
Oh, he's in hospitality. You might as well just moonwalk out there, bro. Just start moonwalking. Just back up and just do the. Remember how we did that shit, Billie Jean, with his finger pointing? Just do the moonwalk and just get the fuck out. It's over. And he worked in hospitality. You know what hospitality translates to? And especially in the snobby bitch territory, he was a janitor in a club. Like, if he had to own the club or like co-own the club, she might have been like, maybe. But no, anything other than that, if he worked behind the bar or he cleaning toilets or anything, no, it's over. He just moonwalk out of there right now.
I run events. I've been living in Dubai for 7 years. I opened up a corporate business, but it's really in depth, like design, photography, videography, advertising and marketing, everything top to bottom.
Because I said the fact that you work in nightclubs is really great.
Yeah, you should have asked first. This is why questions are always better.
I feel like such a bitch.
I think you did.
Oh. I thought that he was like a party boy. I thought he was younger than me. I just had an image in my head and I just made it up. But it was pure judgmental. I was completely wrong.
Because you think I'm just a clubby boy. She definitely judged me. I knew she did. I think she doesn't know who I am now.
Sorry.
She's taken what I do the wrong way. Without context behind it, obviously. But I'm not deterred by that because I know when you get to hear the whole story, it all makes sense.
Just need a little wedding kiss for these photos.
But if for some reason there's an attitude that continues on, after finding everything out, then we know we have a problem.
That's great.
As Tamara and Brent get off on the wrong foot, Selena and Anthony appear to be the perfect fit.
And glancing back, guys, for me. Right. Crowder.
Feeling she may have underestimated her groom.
I definitely judged a little bit, but he'll learn very quickly that it's just who I am. Hello, the bride and the groom. Welcome. Oh, thank you.
That photo shoot was a lot like a horror movie for me. Tamara definitely judged me. But what I'm waiting for is a proper sit down. Have a drink, have a laugh. Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Alright. Once you start bringing people's walls down and get them a little bit comfortable, that's when you can read someone a little bit better. And that's what I'm waiting for tomorrow.
So what did you guys think of each other when you saw each other?
What did you think of me again when we first...
Very judged.
I'm a bartender in her eyes, so I think we have to get past that first.
I was really hungry at the time you told me, and I didn't think it was right.
Too busy judging. Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just gross.
I'm gonna judge that. I'm trying to work on that.
Because, okay, like I said, let's just ignore the fact that she couldn't, okay, out of all the men she dated, if she's such a great human species in the dating market, why did she have to go on a television show and they had to go find her a man and pay him to go on the show to even deal with the bitch? We just gonna ignore all that. She's judgy. That's what she wants you to focus. It's still her. She the one judging. Girl, she judging. She had to marry a man she ain't never met because she's so great. Bitch, you had to get sold off like old bitches in fucking in the 1700s, bitch. You ain't nothing more than that. Lifetime literally sold your ass off. That's literally what Lifetime just did. They sold her pussy off to a motherfucker, right? To somebody else who was just as desperate to get, which, okay, from a male perspective, it's like, males got a whole different fight in the dating market. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, I could go into that, but males, we have a whole different level of fight. But at this stage in my life, I wouldn't have gone on that show. After even seeing pictures of her or anything, I immediately know something's wrong with this bitch, and I really don't even want to know what it is. Just keep her away from me at this point. If she walk around looking like how she looks, and hold on. If she's walking around just looking like that, just to put a picture up anywhere, any day, like a dating site, whatever the fuck, looking like that. If she's walking around looking like that, and she had to go to online television for help, that is not a good start. All right, this bitch is about 50 yards back of a 100-yard race at that point. Like, she is fucked up. That's what I'm saying. See, older single women in and of themselves, that is the red flag. Because again, she has the easiest thing to sell. So
what happens if I worked at a toy store?
Stop trying to live up to this bitch's because she ain't worth nothing. Homie, like, stop living up to, don't even try to live up to her shit. Because if she was worth something, if she was worth something, why did she go to Lifetime to go find a man? If she was worth look, bro, you don't even try to live up to her standards. Because she ain't worth shit in the reality of dating. Look, no. Okay, fuck it. Go work at a toy store. Fuck it. Do it. Especially in comparison with this hoe, because she ain't worth nothing.
Would you not want to talk to me? No.
You wouldn't be very ambitious to me. I asked for someone who was ambitious. I'd want someone who has those same values that I have, and not because I think that working in those kinds of industries is bad.
It just means that they're not ambitious.
Well, if that's your goal, is just to stay in a retail job for the rest of your life and not progress, and
So if someone needs money but they have no other way of getting it,
that's fine. Good on them. That's just not me. If that's you and that's your goal for where I'm going, that doesn't mean.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, yeah, and I see how she's trying to word it to soften the blow, to steer you from the fact that she's ultimately a piece of shit trying to fill her own mental dream right now. Which, I mean, I get that. Okay, I can understand, like, because that's really what the reality. She's just trying to steer it verbally so where you wouldn't see it like that. But that's she's a piece of shit trying to fulfill her own prince and princess story from fucking Walt Disneyland type of shit. I get that, right? So. I guarantee if you were to sit her down, right, and talk to her and say, okay, let's say she did find this perfect dude with the perfect job and all that, what is she really coming to the table with? What is this woman, what is she really coming to the table with that's truly going to be of value to, okay, when I say it be of value, I'll be on value in her wavelength of values, right? What is she truly bringing to the table? Her relative youth and beauty. That's it. Because if this bitch had 40 other pounds, in her belly or something like that, I bet that whole tune would change up a lot more. But she knows she's, skinny, could put on 15 pounds of makeup, have long hair, take a bath, and she knows that she can try to at least portray this different, this facade of beautiful, immaculate woman that deserves nothing but the best type of shit. She knows she can do that, right? So on the flip side, okay, so she wants a man who's she wants a man who's ambitious, right? Which is typically going to mean she wants a man who's going to always be ambitious, right? She's going to want a man who's always going to have some kind of, and keep in mind the always part. She's going to want a man who's going to always have a goal, have ambition, have a purpose in life. He's always going to keep his side of this bargain up, right? Now, when I say bargain, what is the only part that's keeping her anywhere in this realm of requirements? The fact that she has, relatively speaking, youth and beauty, right? So the man she wants has to keep up his bargain, his side of the deal, always being, always having ambition and goals and striving for better and all this. He has to keep that up, right? So on the flip side, she can't keep up. She won't be able to keep up her side of the bargain, which is going to be the beauty. Because let's face it, most men don't care what job a woman has. Most men just don't care. We just want a woman, right? So what is the only thing that's going to keep her in that ballpark with that man? It's going to be her relative beauty. The guy has to be physically attracted to her. But guess what? No matter what kind of surgery she get, how much she work out, she's never going to be able to hold on to that. As long as we can hold on to our ambition. You see, I can hold on to my ambition to the day I die. I can lose it and get it back and all that shit until I die. Let's say if I die at 150 years old, well, I can keep my side of the bargain up of ambition, goals, trying, being, independent, whatever the fuck, right? I can keep that going on off till I'm 150, 200 years old. Well, on the flip side, beauty and youth, it's a self-defining situation. She'll only be able to hold on to this for a maximum of 10 more years. Hold on to her looks. I don't care how many surgeries she get, what kind of makeup she buys, how much she tries to work out. It's gonna start showing. Okay, it's gonna show. And if not physically, then definitely mentally, it's gonna show. She can't keep up her side of the deal. It's impossible. Mentally and physically. But again, we're not supposed to focus on that. We're supposed to focus on the fact that he still has to be good enough for her. That's what we're supposed to focus on.
My lifestyle, so we just wouldn't get along. Working in the toy store doesn't align with me, and that would pull me back.
What's wrong with working in a toy store? Like, that is being superficial. So you feel like someone who worked in retail would be a step down for you?
Yes, exactly. She's trying to word it like it's
No.
like,
That's what you said, it would pull you back.
I get stressed. I'm busy all the time, and I just feel like someone else wouldn't understand that.
I feel bad because I felt like I kind of handed her the shovel. Because, like, I want the best person for Brent. Brent's a really nice guy.
As bad as this is, I did date this one guy. He actually did work in a retail shop. And I was embarrassed to sort of like introduce him to people because I was like, well, he doesn't really compliment me very well either. Like, that doesn't compliment who I am. I know what I want and what I deserve. And so it would be strange to date a guy that worked in a toy store. And I'm definitely not apologetic for that.
Do you feel like maybe you have a checklist of things that guys can't?
Mine goes like this.
well, okay, see, and don't get this confused. Every woman is like this. Every single woman you are going to meet, I very rarely use every, but every single woman you're going to come across in your life is like her. The difference is she just has lower or higher, requirements for it, but she's going to do that. All right, his girl, Brett's friend, his wife or girlfriend did the same thing. Now, maybe he just didn't realize it because he just walked in there and fit what she was looking for. But every woman, my girl's gonna do it. They can't help it, dude. They have to do it. It's like, again, don't be mad at them. It's their nature, right? The only time it becomes a clear fucked up problem with women when they do this. The only time it becomes a clear fucked up problem is once they get just older or they're just ugly or fat or something like that. But when they're like hot and they're like 21 in their prime, then nobody questions it. Nobody's on court. They just let them go, or maybe end up like a Kardashian in those rare cases like that, something like that. Nobody questions it. The only time women start genuinely being held accountable for their actions in any kind of way is usually once they just gotten older or they're just fat, or they're just ugly women type of thing. Then it's like, then accountability for actions finally starts to kick in. But when this young woman was 22, she believed she was saying the same shit when she was 20, but nobody questioned it because she was 20. Nobody questioned. Okay, yeah. Some guy come around and put a baby in you because you look like that and hype your head up to think you worth it. Somebody will come around and do that. But the older she gets, the older she gets, the more she's gonna start getting confronted about it. Like, what do you mean? Blah, 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 blah. See, when she was 20, nobody confronted her about it. They just accepted it. But either it happens once they start to age, or if she's just like fat or ugly, then she'll start getting those reality checks a whole lot quicker.
I think normal. I need someone that's going further in life than just working in a toy store.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Tamara is spoiled and pretentious and entitled. Her views on people that work in retail are horrible. She's got a very snobbish way of looking at things. The way that she's already judged me and anyone below her. So it looks like it's going to be a clash of heads. We're in for a bit of a rocky road.
Again, let me tell you, every woman does this, dude. It's not just her. Every woman does it. Like I said a while back in my videos, man. Every woman has these thoughts. The thing is, some women learn, okay, men don't like when I say this, so I'm not gonna say it like that. Or men know what I really mean when I say this. So now like I said all the time, women are this loving and caring shit. That is something made up by beta men who made these movies, the fuel to men, because they know what men want to see. Type of shit. This showing women as loving and caring and all that. That's the dream for men. Perfect example. How like this woman who's this loving and caring woman. This is the dream for all men. Is to have a woman who is loving and caring and devoted and all that shit. That is the dream for men, right? And a perfect example is the movie Vanilla Sky. So if you haven't seen Vanilla Sky, this is a spoiler. Skip maybe like 2 minutes ahead. But in that movie, that was a perfect example. In that movie, Tom Cruise was like kind of dating Penelope Cruz, right? And I mean, she was cool, she was there, but she wasn't loving or caring or anything like that. But she was there, right? She was at least, calling him back type shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably fucked him once or twice type of thing like that. But when he had a nervous breakdown and fell out in the movie, it was kind of like a sci-fi type movie. When he had a nervous breakdown, fell out, they spliced that part of his life to go off into a dream state. And as soon as he hit that dream state, Penelope Cruz was caring. She picked him up because that was his dream for her. It was his dream to want her like that, to be the woman who's loving and caring and there. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, women, they watch these movies too. They watch these movies too, so they see it too. Women are not naturally loving and caring. They become loving and caring once they figure out they found a man that's worth them to put on that act. All right, and that is fucked up to say, but it's the reality. Because again, my girl, your girl, my mom did it. Every woman does it. She's gonna look at some man and go, I could do better than him, and he ain't had to say nothing just because of what job he got. Right? Or if he living at home with his parents, something like that. He's beneath me. I can do better than that. Every woman does it. They have to. The trick is some women learn, they go, men don't like when I talk like that. So I'll just learn to try to phrase it in a different way, or learn to just stay away from certain situations until I find a man who I think is worth my time. Then I'll sell him that dream that he wants of me being loving and caring. This is what every single woman does it. Every woman does it. Every woman. That genuine loving and caring shit is not real. All right, they do it because they found a man because she found a man. To whatever woman in your life, the reason why she does it is because she finally found a man that she feels comfortable submitting to. It's the same thing with this bitch on this TV. It's the same thing with Brett's friend's bitch. It's the same thing with my girl. It's the same thing because they found a man who they feel like they feel comfortable submitting to, and then they know what men want to see and hear. You know why? Because they talk to their girlfriends about it. Right? What do men want to see and what do they want to hear? Blah 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 blah. They can't help is what they are. So again, this woman, she's not really doing anything. Like I said, the only thing that's catching it to where she's starting to get genuinely confronted about it is the fact that she's getting older. And motherfuckers just and because she's getting older, so she's getting around a lot of older men and older people. We just don't got the patience to sit up there and sugarcoat this shit and dance around it all night at a dinner table. We just gonna run out of patience. That's the only reason she's being confronted by it, and it's gonna get worse the older she gets. For sure. You can count on that.
I've got a feeling.
Tamara has noticed that Brent's table manners aren't quite up to her high standards.
When you go first, please.
Using your wrong book.
Yep, that's it. Leave.
From the
It's over.
outside. You don't know that. Also, left hand, and with this one.
It's over. Just leave.
It doesn't matter. They're placed on the left and the right. Yes.
If you think in a split second, I'm going to change my whole way of how I use a fork. Can't happen overnight. Come on.
This is over.
His right hand was just stabbing at me.
Now, what she just did right here. See, remember a long time ago I told you how when single mothers be raising boys and shit like that? Like, see, women like drama and all that, but they don't like direct confrontation about the core issue because women genuinely hate direct logic. They on a whole, especially when it's like on some personal shit, women, especially if you were like a possible love interest type of shit, they hate direct logic. So okay, even when it's like on some personal love shit, like with their own child, right? So this is an example I use. I had a cousin who's a single mother with a little boy, and I called that long before it happened. You see, women love drama, but they hate direct confrontation. So let's just go back to this girl. She's not going to directly say, I don't want you. She's going to pick and prod and all this shit to get him upset. That way he riles back at her. That way she can go, oh, well, I feel threatened in this relationship. And leave, because that's how she blames it on him to say that he was the reason why they broke up because he was abusive and all that, but this, that, and the third. You see, that's how she's not going to just come up front and just say it, especially if she thought there was a possible chance with him. Like, you know what I'm saying, for a future in any type of way, she doesn't have the courage to do that. All right. So it's going to be, she's going to pick and prod, like bumping, pushing. You ain't supposed to take out the trash like that. Them shoes, them shoes ain't matching your shorts when you wear it with that shirt. She going to do anything she can to pick and prod to try to make him get upset. So then when he gets upset, she knows she can always say, oh, well, he was getting mad at me. Well, you said he was yelling at me. Yeah. And that way she takes the heat off of her for being the total piece of shit for just going, I don't like you because of your profession. Instead of now she can go, oh, well, he got mad at me and yelled at me. So he abused me and he raised his voice and I got so scared. That's how this is how it starts. Like I said, when it gets to these scenarios, dude, just get the fuck up and walk out the room. Or if she's at your place, just kick her out. It's done. As soon as that shit starts, at that point, the only thing that could really fix it is you would have to be lucky in checking her like the right way. The only way that I've ever seen it work is Okay, because right now, because he don't know this bitch at all, right? He don't know her. He don't know the bitch at all. So he doesn't know what really makes her tick, like in that deeper, intricate level type of thing. But okay, but the only way, in my opinion, that he could, because he could fix it, but at this point, I think it would be total luck. But to sum up the total luck, he would have to put the fear of God in her at that table in front of her friends on camera and all that. Like damn near like how them thug type dudes just be beating up they bitches in the street type of shit. Like that whole I don't give a fuck who sees me, who hears me, I'm beating your fucking ass type of shit. And he puts that fear of God in her. That would get the respect out of her later. Now I don't advocate any men doing that, but I've seen it happen. All right. At this point, that's the only thing that's gonna save it. Trying to talk her down and reason with her, and then this is actually the Oxford fork of 1948 and all. Trying to do that shit. No, it's not gonna work. It's not. The only thing when you dealing with bitches, especially once it's hit this mode, either you get up and you just walk out the room and just don't never talk to her again, or you got to do something. Again with her, we don't know. He doesn't know her. But he has to put the fear of God. Now, the fear of God could be just slamming his hand on the fucking table until all the plates break, and that might put the fear of God in her. Another way of putting the fear of God in her is just yelling at her, like get up in her face and just yell the fuck down like fucking Mufasa on the Lion King type shit. Like you don't know, and that's the struggle when you deal with bitches. Like you never know what'll check this exact woman. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So like in my honest opinion, I say he'd be better off just walking away because she ain't even worth it, dude. She had to go online. She had to go on TV to find a man, a trick into marrying her. So she's a piece of shit right there, right? She's not worth it from the start. But this is how it starts. And she'll pick and prod until he fuck around and loses it and starts yelling and throwing shit, and then she'll run to the police and say that he's just crazy, and then they'll just believe her. This is how this shit works.
His food, it was just a bit like cavemanish, and that's not okay. He will learn how to use his knife and fork properly because I'll pick up on everything he does incorrectly and we'll teach him to be a better person from it. They're placed on the left and the right. That's how you eat.
Does that empower you?
I don't know, you don't seem to know much about your cutlery.
See, just don't dude, just it doesn't. I'm telling you, this does not get better. Talking it out with her. I'm telling you, because I'm ready. This will be in this video. I'm gonna do some other ones. But sitting there trying to talk it out when bitches hit this mode where you got to start negotiating shit like this and rationalizing shit like this. And okay, the only time you rationalize with a bitch is when it's something you believe in and you just want to ask her opinion type of shit like that, something like that. Any other way, it really don't work. Especially when she ends up as the leader in the negotiating type of shit. When she starts out as a leader, that shit don't work. Because women just don't handle leadership well, right? If for some odd reason they were to stay together, he's gonna end up with a police case on him. It's not because he's like a legit domestic violence type of motherfucker. I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm not trying to say that at all. If these two were to stay together for some odd reason and genuinely be forced to live in the same house, either he's gonna end up on medication to have to deal with this bitch. He's gonna either end up on medication, end up a severe alcoholic, a drug addict, or end up with a court case for assault or something like that, or maybe a little bit of all three. The longer he sits there and puts himself through just dealing with a bitch like that, I'm telling you, dude. The only way you fix it is one of two ways. You get up, you just walk off right now, and just don't acknowledge her existence, and that's how you get at least a little power shift in your direction. Or you got to be lucky and put the fear of God in her through some action. And at this point, it really ain't worth. It's rarely ever worth that. But he'd be better off just getting up, walking away, and just leaving, taking the microphone. Just get up, take the microphone off, and say good evening, and just walk off. And yeah. That's it. That's the only way. Okay, y'all remember that old video I did? I said this is how you do it. It was a MGTOW video where the dude was with a bitch in Ukraine or something like that, and that's what he did. He packed the shit. He packed all. The only one on that show, the only man on that show who I ever seen who did anything right, it was him. Because he just packed all his shit and was out, and the bitch wouldn't leave him alone after that. She was chasing him out the door. I think it was one of my most seen videos. Something like this is how you do it or some shit. Because he went up and talked to her mom and all that shit. But and he didn't say a word to the bitch. He was just packing his shit and he was leaving. That's the only way you deal with bitches once they get in this situation thinking that they actually gonna run something. That's that's like I said. It's either just walking away or you gotta be that ghetto dude who just beats the shit out of them. Like it's one. But even then, once you beat the shit out of them, well, she's gonna get addicted to that. So she gonna want you to keep doing it, and then you gonna end up in jail because of it, right? So again, I'm not advocating that shit, but that is the other possible way out.
I like a girl that takes charge. I don't mind it. I like being told what to do sometimes. But you're not telling me what fork I'm going to use. I do what's comfortable. Not what makes me look proper.
You're probably right, Tamara, but I am right. I'm not often wrong.
I'm not off the wrong. Bitch couldn't keep a man for the last 10 years, but she ain't wrong.
Like, you might like things one way and I like them the other way, but my way has to be the right way.
Yeah, that's why you ain't got no man. That's why you just married a man 5 minutes ago and y'all already arguing at the table. This bitch is fucking stupid, man. Yeah, her way gotta be the right way. Yeah. That's why, like, she literally just married a man fucking 8 minutes ago, and she already she married a man 8 minutes ago, got about 15 pictures taken, sat at the dinner table, and already in an argument. Man, this bitch is fucking trash, dude. It's fucking garbage.
Anyway, sorry, would you ladies excuse me, please? Sorry.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Tamara is going to be a lot of work, in the sense that she's one-sided and narrow-minded.
What's not work to work?
I don't get along well with people like that. Neither would Levi. I need to understand what I'm getting into. What's your thoughts on everything?
I think that she is going to challenge you.
Look how it's playing out now. We're sitting there talking about we're going to work at a toy store and which fork I'm supposed to use. That kind of pretentious way of thinking is not healthy.
I think it's going to be a big learning curve for both of you.
What do you think of him? I think he was a bit short. That's what I said.
See, like see how they talking about there? I thought he was a little short. See, like I said, his girlfriend doing the same shit. They sitting there getting along at the table. Like I said, see, what did I tell you? His girlfriend did the same. His girlfriend is the same. My girl, they all the same with this. All of them are the same with this. All of them. She's sitting down talking shit about him. They just left. They sitting there, both of them sitting down talking shit about him, and he over here talking about some. Yeah, she's gonna challenge you. He's trying to make like his homie's still trying to talk positive about the dingbat bitch, and the bitches got together and both of them then just started talking about it. Yeah, I think you're a little short. The motherfucker ain't got no money, dude. Because again, his bitch is doing the same shit. Like I said earlier, all women do this shit. The only difference is some of them figure out, wait a minute, men don't like when I say this around them, so maybe I won't say this when I get around them. I'll just keep my mouth shut and just smile. Let's watch this shit. They already talking about him.
I need to understand what I'm getting into. What's your thoughts on everything?
I think that she
trying to talk
is
nice
going
about
to challenge you.
They already roasting him.
We're sitting there talking about we're going to work at a toy store.
They the
and,
same. They
which
just the
fork I'm
same
supposed to
shit,
use.
dude.
That kind of pretentious way of thinking is not healthy.
I think it's going to be
That pretentious way of thinking, that's woman's way of thinking, dude. The only difference is your girl just didn't bring it up in your face like that. That's the only difference. That pretentious way of thinking, that's woman's way of thinking. There's a period. The only difference is she just didn't bring it up, in front of your face like that. And she wait till y'all walk out the room and start talking to her about homie.
a big learning curve for both of you.
What do you think of him? I think he was a bit short. That's what I said. He's struggling to date like anyone. He is a short man. Yeah.
You see this?
I've never had to sacrifice heels.
You see this? You see, like I said earlier, all of them do it. The only difference is that, okay, his girlfriend just realized, I need to find a man, so I got to sell him that dream of being likable and lovable. Because the way he over there, because the way he's talking about dude's wife, they not talking like that about her. He's trying to say, well, she's going to challenge you. You got to step up to the plate and all this. And they already roasted that he can't even do better than me. I got to sacrifice my heels because he's short. Yo, for real? Like, it's pieces of shit.
It can go two ways.
It's disgusting.
It's either going to be we come to some sort of agreement and
Just
meet
walk
halfway,
away, dude.
or we clash completely because I'm not letting anyone tell me which hand to use
To eat dinner.
to eat dinner and what fork to use.
My room's cute and sparkly. It's real gold.
It is.
I thought it would be one of those ones that makes you finger green. It actually says 18 karat gold on it.
Obviously, don't roll over, but I feel like she likes to have the power.
Yeah, and I'm not going to give it.
He'll learn very quickly that I always wear the pants in a relationship.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, and I agree. I agree, woman. That's why you don't have a man. That's why you had to go on online tape. That's why you had to go on Lifetime to find. You always wear the pants to relate. Well, correction. Well, you must never wear pants because you can never keep a relationship. Let's actually go back to that reality.
I feel like she likes to have the power.
Yeah, and I'm not going to give it.
He'll learn very quickly that
She says right here, he'll learn very quickly that I always wear the pants in a relationship. Well, translation, you're never in a relationship, so you never wear pants, bitch. You had to go on TV to find a man. You were single your whole damn life. You were Tinder pump and dump trash for at least a decade. And it was so bad that because again, if you were so great, how come these great men didn't come to your doorstep? Just think about that for a second. And you were so great that you had to go on television and have them trick a man to come into thinking that you're genuinely likable and lovable to marry. So you never wear pants because you're never in a relationship, because you're miserable and awful to be around as a human.
always wear the pants in a relationship.
But I'm excited. I know what it is. The fact she's like that makes me want to go, all right. Yeah, we'll play this game. We'll see.
That's a wasted. Yeah, see, that's another trap a lot of guys fall into. Like, they not gonna get me. I'm a win. No, man, you don't win this. You don't. I mean, I'm gonna tell you another example. You don't win this. You don't. When you dealing with women, especially in the dating market, you don't. Okay, see, there isn't gonna be any admirable win in this shit. Because, okay, you are not, the only way you win is if you just walk. The only way you win is if you just get up and walk away, or you're like one of those low key, like, you know, thug ghetto motherfuckers, and you just beat the shit out of her, like beat the dog piss out of her. Those are only two ways. You sitting down trying to play a board game with her and all this shit, that you ain't gonna win that. All it's gonna do is drive you mad and drive you crazy, and next thing, and then you're gonna be hooked on all types of drugs and then been out of jail and all this shit. Like, but see, this is where a lot of guys fall, is because that ego shit. Like, they're not gonna get me because I can fight along with them and all that shit. No, you trust me, dude. You are better off just walking away, like every man done for the last decade on her. You're better off just walking away.
We have different ways of thinking in this, but came to the conclusion that I'll be a gentleman, but I'm going to have fun with this. This is game on now.
I'm above average.
I'm almost excited. It's on, like Donkey Kong.
That's a waste of time. That's the end of the video. That bitch ain't nothing but a waste of time, because look at her track record. Every man who came up in the last 10 years, she was a waste of time. Okay, if she wasn't a waste of time, then how come no man ever stayed with her for the last decade? If she was so great and amazing, how come she had to go on TV to go and Lifetime had to put money in your pocket to go on here and deal with this bitch? If she's so great, she's not worth it, dude. Look at her fucking track record. The only thing that would lead you to believe that she might be worth it is because she's skinny and she took a bath and she figured out how to put on 10 pounds of fucking 5 to 10 pounds of makeup. That's the only thing that's leading you to believe that she might be worth any extra calorie to be burnt thinking or physically for her. That's it. Because her personality is her world out in the world. Because all women's personality behind closed doors is awful, but her personality in the world is fucking piss poor terrible. Because since she has an extra $5 in her pocket, she thinks she's Whitney fucking Houston now. All right, so you can't tell her nothing. With Onyx, you can't tell him nothing because now she got an extra $5 in her pocket. And now she figured out she knows how to take a bath and isn't, morbidly obese. So now, like with every case, whenever a woman is in position of power, she's gonna fuck it up every time, because their ego just takes them over. This is rough, man. This bitch is not worth it, dude. She's not worth all. Let me see. With all the money and effort and time you've been ready to waste on this dumb hoe, you've been better off just catching you a bust of Prague and go fucking some hookers that look like her or better at Show Park and just spending your money there. All this time and money you getting ready to waste on this tramp, you'd be better off just buying hookers, dude. And just I would tell you, just buy hookers and do some cocaine and buy some hookers and just have fun, you know, hook up with party dudes in the club and then you know and meet bitches like that and run packs like that with that club life and just do that. You would be better off than you would be better off sitting down at home jacking off with sandpaper than dealing with this bitch for one more day, because your dick can heal up within a couple of weeks. Right? But dealing with all the psychological trauma you gonna deal with a bitch who thinking she's running something in your relationship, that trauma is gonna last a whole lot longer. And trust me, it's not gonna be worth it. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. That's the video. I got 2 more of these to do. So this is the video for today. I'll probably do one later today and another one tomorrow or something. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. Hey, y'all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flippy flip, man. Peace out.